I'm Dan Evans, and kind of known as retired now. Former educator for 32 years. I do work part-time at Hibbett's here in Madisonville, and I help coach girls basketball at Madisonville North Hopkins. I did not grow up in Hopkins County. I'm originally from Ashland, which is just about as far in eastern Kentucky as you can go. It's in Boyd County. I moved to Hopkins County in 1990 to take the head boys basketball job at South Hopkins High School. I was played sports growing up. I lived in a neighborhood. The town that I lived in was kind of a typical town for that time. Everybody played everything: basketball, baseball, football. I could step out my backyard and there were 20 or 30 kids around to play sports with, so it was just kind of natural for everybody to play. And I grew up playing all sports and settled on playing basketball and baseball, and did that in high school. A lot of coaching influence from the coaches that I had, and probably turned me toward that field. Probably that I was able to go to schools at different sizes and different levels. I've been able to coach at small schools, like I've coached at Raceland, which is a very small school. Coached at Johnson Central, which is one of the bigger schools in eastern Kentucky. I've also been principal at Hopkinsville High School, which is one of the larger schools in western Kentucky. Also been a middle school principal and assistant principal. Also been a principal at Hopkins Central High School. So, you know, I feel like I've been able to fit in at any type of school, whether it be with a diverse population, a rural population, an urban population, and able to fit in and relate to the kids and the faculties at those schools. I am a member of our SBR committee at church, which is I'm a member of the First Methodist Church in Madisonville, and we're the committee that makes most of the major decisions on personnel at our church, and it's kind of important. A little bit, once I got into it, it was a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I've been on the finance committee too, and so I like to be involved. But you know, being retired, you don't want to be too involved. But I've gotten to be able to do, like I said, working at Hibbett's is fun. I get to see a lot of former students every day. The last 6 years here helping coach the girls at North has been very rewarding. Gotten to meet a lot of people, a lot of students, and work with coaches also that I would not have gotten the chance to do. So really my retired time has been almost as rewarding as my time that I spent in my work career.
Okay. My name is Cameron LaGrange. I'm a senior here at Madisonville North, and I'm going to play soccer at WKU next year. I've known Coach Evans because of playing basketball here at North. I've known him since 8th grade. Okay, so me and Coach Evans have a bond that is something that is extremely rare, I feel like. He's like a second father to me. He's done so much for me, and just to like pinpoint something that I've learned, just one thing that I've learned from him is impossible. He's made, like, the things that I've learned from him aren't things you exactly talk about or physical. It's mental, and it's self, and it's more than anything that normal people can teach you. He has always taught me that I am more than the game, because the environment surrounding me is that I'm an athlete. I'm a student athlete, and that's really all that matters. My performance is basically what I'm worth, and he has always taught me that I'm so much more than that. He's always specifically made time to talk more than just about basketball. He's asked my opinions, he's developed my opinions, he has developed me as a person, all-around person. He's been an inspiration for things I do with community service and things I do for other people. That's because of him, because he makes sure that I know that I am more than just how many points I score or how many touches I make on the ball or anything like that. He's more than, he makes sure that I know that I am more than my mistakes on the court or on the field. He makes sure I cannot talk, that I am a person, and that's more than anything I could have asked. Well, Coach Evans on our team specifically, he has a little chair in the front of the bench on the very top, and very front, and he sits there until he's ready to say something. And when he says something, you always have to listen, because you know what he says is important. He's been coaching for so long. He has so much wisdom, just like of the game and of like life itself, that you know if he's talking to you, you need to listen and you need to implement that in your game. So I think the leadership quality that I have learned most from him is, like, when you talk, make sure you have something worth listening to.